Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Just to be safe, I say we put him down. He could break that ankle again. He could break the other ankle, or he could just bitch a lot.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I don't think it's his birthday, and if it is, what a bitch.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, I don't care. I'll start my own group. Rejection from society is what created the X-Men. Welcome to Plotty Time. That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon. It's still sexy.
How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're waiting for Pete.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Plotty Time with that new awesome theme music. Someone is probably pretty handsome created. So this week, we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to do a format that's been on a bunch of other podcasts, but
We came up with ourselves.
exactly, we're the first ones to do this. We are going to go ahead and we're going to do a draft of beat-em-up games today.
Oh, beat 'em ups, aka brawlers.
Exactly.
What, did you look at the Wikipedia page for beat 'em ups?
I did.
I mean, they had a whole list there. That's where I got mine. Just saying. But first, we got to determine how we're going to do this. We're going to do 1 through 3, 3, 2, 1, snake style.
Yep, classic draft style.
And what we need to do first, though, we need to decide who's going to go first.
Me.
So
I'm going
We're
first.
not just going to say it.
I thought it was like a shotgun situation.
Whoever hits
Nope.
the button faster.
That means you lost.
All right, this is what we're going to do. I got a random number generator here from 1 to 100.
Okay.
You're both going to pick a number, whichever is the closest without going over. Price is Right rules. Gets to pick the order of the draft.
Who gets to pick first?
I did.
Okay.
All right.
27.
Makes it hard to pick one. Closest without going over. 28.
Such a dick move. The number is 46.
You suck.
Dr. Syintist does the dick move.
Classic scientist move. That's what they should call it now.
All right, so Dr. Syintist, you're picking. What's the order?
Well, it's going to go me. Okay, me, Poppascotch, Chump Slap.
Okay.
That means Chump Slap gets third and fourth pick.
Correct.
Yeah.
We all know what a snake draft is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds very convincing. But for those of you that don't know, the order goes 1, 2, 3, and the next round is 3, 2, 1 backwards. So Chump Slap, since he picks third, gets the third and fourth pick.
Yeah, so second never gets to pick first, right?
No.
Right,
Yeah, second,
correct.
fifth, seventh, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I will remind you guys when it's your time to pick. I got like the order written down and everything.
No,
No, wait, it must be difficult.
Top of shit today.
I'll forget.
And I say that without having a pen nearby. I'm fucking awesome.
I just think of it as me, computer, Chump Slap. Me, computer, Chump Slap. Chump Slap.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll figure this out.
You're just putting me in as the computer?
You're
Fuck,
the
dude.
monitor in between us right now. I always think of that as you.
Well,
Wow.
don't know how I like being confused with the computer, but all right.
I didn't confuse you. I just think I'm going to get your face and put it on the back of it now.
Either way, my feelings are hurt.
It was meant as a compliment.
How? Anyway, let's just. All right. So, Dr. Syintist, you are going to pick first overall in the beat 'em ups draft.
Okay.
What do you got for us?
What is the point of this
First
draft?
round,
We're just
number
picking
one,
like
best games.
Best games? All right. Well, I'm going to do something controversial so we can get the topic going right away.
Wait, maybe.
Oh, go ahead. What?
What did you say, Poppascotch?
I was just going to say we're drafting beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
What that means to you.
Well, that's where I was going to
Is
go
up for
with God of War as my first pick and see if we consider that a beat 'em up.
I was going to ask,
Well,
is that hack and slash? Is that part of the beat 'em up? Is that a beat 'em up subcategory?
Or is hack and slash a subcategory beat 'em up, or is beat 'em up a subcategory hack and slash?
I don't know, man.
I'm glad we're bringing this up now.
I know. I wanted to do it right away. That's why I wanted to go first.
Okay. So,
Fair.
I think from what I read,
From what? No,
I mean,
you
well,
go by your heart.
we
what
can
a beat 'em
do-
up means to you.
whatever we want. When I heard beat 'em up, like when I thought about it originally, I thought like side scroller, but that's not really fair. Like a billion games have beat 'em up style that aren't side scrollers.
Yeah.
But from what I'm seeing, hack and slash is a subset of types of beat 'em ups. So what I would say and propose to the group is either we include all of those in this draft, every hack and slash, or we save the hack and slash for a completely separate draft.
I think since we're going 5 deep, we can include them in there. Or at least if we have them, we let them go for this one.
Oh, now that they're in there, let me fucking draft
Yeah,
off. Let me go.
we got 2 more weeks to prepare.
All right. I mean, we can keep it.
All right.
That's fine.
Or do you want to go by individual game? We'll just take a quick vote when someone says it. And if it doesn't
Yeah,
count, they
that
pick
sounds
again.
good. I mean,
I think that's reasonable. If anyone has any objections, I think you should bring those forward.
All right. God of War. Ejections?
no, that's 100% beat him up. That's what he does. He beats him up.
I'm fine with it.
All
When was that was PS2, right? That was one of the earlier PS2 games.
PS3? PS2? I don't know. I was going with all of them in general as a...
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
but-
I'm glad you brought this up right away.
Oh,
So what I'm thinking is,
It was a multifaceted first pick.
like in the spirit of the draft, since you picked God of War, you get to pick which God of War, but then we're not going to pick from that franchise. Like, I'm not going to pick God of War 2 in my next pick. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, but I have to pick a specific game to talk about?
You guys pick a specific God of War. So one of the games in the franchise, whichever you like the best, I suppose.
I am going to pick God of War. Let's go 3. That's my
Okay.
pick for number 1.
All right. That was a good one. What is it?
Do you don't remember 3? It's the one that opens up with him crawling on the back of Gaia up Mount Olympus.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah. It was
With
an
the
awesome game.
Titans and shit.
You end up killing all the gods except for Aphrodite.
And Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where you really finish them all off.
Yeah.
Isn't that like when everything dies and it's like, phew,
Yeah.
That's the end
Well,
of
you
everything.
start off by crawling up Mount Olympus on Gaia. Well, I think you eventually kill at the end. Yeah, you fight her heart.
yeah.
But the first actual fight is against Poseidon, and it shows you getting beat up by God through Poseidon's eyes. And
Right. Damn, that was cool.
but there was also a lot of good hack and slash fights in it. A lot of hard ones, especially when you try them on the harder difficulty.
Which, of course, we all did.
Yeah.
I think at this point I was really into God of War. I think I got into God of War when 2 came out, and then I went back and played 1. I think I missed 1 when it originally came out.
I remember playing 1, and then I think I played every God of War game except the newest one. Even ones for PSP. They're all awesome.
Yeah, I've played them all, man. So good.
I think I played one of the well, either way. God of War 3 came out in 2010.
Really? So long ago.
I know, it really does. And it originally came out for PS2. No,
No.
PlayStation 3. Sorry.
Yeah,
It was like a PlayStation 3, what was it going to say?
Exclusive.
Debut? Not a debut.
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation 3 came out in 06. So it would have been
4 years in.
a couple of years into the life cycle. But like it, do you remember PlayStation 3 took some time to hit like a stride where they released solid games like consecutively? Because it was always the first like 12 and then there was 4 months of nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's how it always is, though.
And God of War 3 just looked amazing, I remember at the time.
Yeah. Just be like,
It
oh
really
my
did.
God, this is the best thing ever.
Fighting Cerberuses and satyrs are still a thing I hate the most in any of the God of War games to fight.
They're the dudes that like stand on the staff
Yep.
exactly.
and like just hop there and they're like, you ain't shit. And then the other buddies like fight you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those guys are assholes.
dicks in every God of War game they're in.
Yeah, dogs were easy. Just kick them every time.
And this was also you were using the Blades of Exile, not the Blades of Athena.
Yeah, I mean they're all the same, but
They're the blades, like they're your hand blades, like they're.
Blades of Chaos, right?
Are they all Blades of Chaos, or is Blades of Chaos the
there's Blades
upgraded
of
version?
Chaos, Blades of Athena. There was I think they all have different.
Blades of Hades, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Great game.
I don't know what are they called in the newest ones. Are they the Blades of Chaos?
Yeah, definitely the second one. I assumed the first one as well. I forgot.
Yeah, probably.
been a minute.
I have fucking no idea. I don't remember anything.
And then do you what happens after this? Like, okay, well, I'm sorry. What happens after God of War 3?
That was it. Everyone thought that was the end of them. God of War.
Well, he
series.
stabbed himself,
Mhm.
and then it kind of showed him crawling away. Well, he didn't crawl away, but it showed like a blood trail of him. And then he shows up in Norse mythology.
Yeah, didn't it end with like a white screen? Just
Well, no, he stabs himself with Zeus's sword and lets out Pandora or something like that. And then he's like bleeding there after Zeus is defeated. And then it kind of does the whole credits. And at the end, it shows like a trail of blood and him crawling off the thing. Not it doesn't show him crawling off, but
yeah.
blood trail off.
Huh. Gonna have to play that one again.
And then so after God of War 3, you got God of War Ghosts of Sparta.
Yeah, that was
That was a PSP, I think.
prequel.
Yeah, there was both prequels. Yes.
Then you got the God of War Origins collection, which I think was just a re-release of 1 and 2.
Yeah. No, it might have
God of
been
War.
Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta.
Yes, the 2 PSPs on PlayStation 3.
Then there was something called God of War Saga.
Or maybe that was what I'm talking
Maybe,
about.
that might be a mobile
Maybe.
game. I don't know. I don't remember hearing that one.
And then do you guys remember God of War Ascension?
Yep.
I forgot all about that one.
There's
it was
Revelations,
another.
too.
Oh, that's right. Because God of War, I guess, quote, 4, the proper God of War. The big main installment wasn't till 2018. So there was like 6, 7 God of War games before that came out.
Ascension, I think, is a story before the first one. And Revelations might be between 1 and 2.
Okay, we're not talking about that. We're talking about God of War 3. We
Yeah,
can't be
yeah,
spending
right.
this much time on every game.
Good hack and slash, probably one of the best hack and slash games ever.
Okay, great.
But it's the number one pick. You got to talk about it.
I guess.
I mean, I think that's a worthy number 1 overall.
Yeah,
I think so.
that's good.
I think there's like 4 or 5 that should go first round.
Oh, we'll see.
Well, I don't know. We'll see when my next pick comes around.
Okay. I mean, we all have our picks, and now it's my turn for the second pick overall.
Yeah, what's your second pick?
So this game holds a very special place in my heart. It's very much of if you know, then you know type game. It has one of the most infuriating levels that has ever existed
That could be any beat 'em up.
in any video game before or
Battletoads.
since. It's Battletoads. You gotta take
That'll
Battletoads.
give me my next pick.
I mean, what's there to say about Battletoads? I remember the first time I played that game, it felt like the fucking future. I can't exactly explain why, but it seemed like cleaner
Yeah.
than TMNT2, which was a big one at the time as well.
It
And
was
then you
fun.
had like it was like kind of 3D and like popping off the background, but you also had like your first boss fight where they threw those like rocks at you and you had to pick them up and chuck them, and it was from the boss's POV.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also famous for being absolutely ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
And it's harder with 2 players than 1.
Yeah, because we got to talk about the speed racer, like the jet ski level. I mean, for Christ's sake.
Oh, I got so good at that from doing it so many times.
No, you didn't.
I never I felt like I was so good at it, and I still beat it. I know I've beaten it in my life, but we're single digits, guys. Like maybe 3 times ever.
Dude, the level after that's fucking hard as shit, too.
Yeah.
With the snakes.
Yeah, because you get through it and you're like, oh my God, finally, thank you. They're going to give me a break. No, they don't. They absolutely do not.
The snakes. Do you remember the one where you're riding the unicycles around the screen? There's like roads that go up and down and around and left and right.
I don't remember the unicycle.
Probably even far. It's even after the surfing level.
Well, I
You've
never
ever beaten the
fucking
surfing
got
level.
to that far in the game. I got that far like once. I think I like one day I game genied it and got like infinite lives and got through the whole game, but it wasn't satisfying.
Yeah, just even the pit level
Just go watch speedruns of it.
where you're falling.
Oh yeah, no, that's too depressing. I can't watch a speedrun of Battletoads. It's too sad. You'd then there'd be like those robot things with the 2 legs that shoot lasers at you.
Oh, yeah.
And you beat the shit out of them, and then they'd leave like a golden rod that you can now hit people with. It was a weird game, man.
It was a great game. I like when you get the swords from the birds you kill in the pit level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they like their beaks or something.
I would
that
love
pop
to
up?
see stats on how many times I played those first 2 levels of Battletoads.
Oh God, I don't want to think about it. It's too depressing. The first one, 1,000,000 times, but the 4th level, 3, 4. Man, that game is so fucking hard.
So
but,
good, though.
that is what I'll take for the number 2 overall pick.
Damn.
Chump Slap, you're on the board for the number 3 pick.
Oh, no, these are big shoes to fill.
Okay, what do you got for us?
Tell us your pick then.
I'm going to go with a little game, a little multiplayer online game you can play with your buddies. It's a beat 'em up looter, Dragon's Crown.
Oh,
Dragon's Crown. I don't know much about that one at all.
it's a good fun game.
Oh, it's great. It's a fucking 2D scroller, classic beat 'em up style.
Yeah.
And it's just like dungeons that you can go in. And there's treasure chests and stuff. And you just fight the dungeons, get loot.
You can
try
play
to
with
get,
up to 3 people.
yeah, level up, get better. Story's pointless, but
Yeah. Classic, like Diablo style. Just keep trying to get better gear and then going to fight harder things to get better gear.
yeah, it's awesome because you can play with your friends online. And
Such a high level sorcerer. I tried it again, but it's hard starting over.
it is. I made it through the game again with my new archer.
I played with my old one again, just dominated through everything.
Yeah, then I pumped on my PS3 and uploaded my old character. It was awesome.
Nice. I'm looking at it now. I've never played it myself. I'm not very familiar with it, but The animation style looks sick.
Dude, yeah, the art style is amazing.
I don't know if it's like a design of the time thing, but it just screams PlayStation 3 for me. Which is a good thing.
Vita.
That's a good thing. Vita, no kidding.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was originally for the PS3, but
Yeah.
Dragon's Crown Pro is out for the 4. So
Pro, that sounds like pretty serious.
It's just upgraded graphics and stuff.
yeah, I bought it. It's pretty good. So if you want,
I have it too. I think they gave it away for something, or maybe it was only $3.
maybe, but it's
Is it turn-based combat?
No, it's
no,
beat
it's a
'em up.
beat 'em up classic.
Oh, of course it is. What am I talking about? Jesus. Get my head out of my ass. Yeah, that's right. That's the whole reason we're here.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got replayable because you have to beat it once just to even get to the harder difficulties, and then there's 6 different characters you can play as, and they're all totally different when you play.
I was a sorceress, I think. You could do the tornadoes, and
yeah, I was the fucking archer elf.
they're all good. They were all balanced pretty well.
Yeah, great stuff though.
Nice. Excellent pick.
Yeah, you should probably download. We could play online.
Maybe. I mean, it's a beat 'em. I love beat 'em up.
When he finishes
While we're
Elden
here.
Ring, he'll get to it.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah. We don't need to update on how much I played this last.
No.
We don't need to talk about that. All right. Well, you're up again. You got another pick. We're coming back around.
Oh snap! Well, my next pick. It's a little different one.
Okay.
It's
okay.
X-Men Arcade.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with something that him and I never heard of before.
No, this is
Dude,
X-Men.
how many times? I played that so many times.
They used to have it at the movie theater in
Yeah,
Lehighton.
Used to play it all the time.
So good.
Wolverine was still the best, even though I hate Wolverine as a character mostly.
It was
I remember
classic
playing
beat
it
'em up.
a couple times in the arcade, but was there ever a console version?
Yeah.
Was there?
No,
I don't think so. That's why.
I'm thinking of something else that was brought on. That'll probably be brought up by somebody later. But I remember Cyclops was good. Dazzler was in that one.
I don't
Yes. You could do Cyclops, Colossus, Wolverine, Storm, Nightcrawler, or Dazzler.
Yeah, and I used Nightcrawler a lot too because the teleportation was awesome. And you would do it until you were out of health because it used your health to do the abilities, and then you die right away and come back and do it again.
Yeah, I just remember. I don't know if I've ever beaten it because it was an arcade game, so it's hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have deep enough pockets to beat those games.
Are we sure it wasn't out for something? Or maybe I played another X-Men game at another time and beat it. That was out for like Super Nintendo.
It has the original arcade dates of 1992, but it does say it was released on the PSN December 14th, 2010.
Oh snap!
Man,
I'm
we
gonna
gotta
have
see
to
if we
look
can
it
get
up.
this going. Man, it's so funny you picked that because it wasn't on my radar. I didn't have it on my list, but the second you said it, I saw the cabinet.
Yeah.
Like I saw the cabinet. I saw the you know how they do the pre-roll video
Yeah,
of just the gameplay and like the effects and like I just snapped back into my consciousness.
I just remember playing the shit out of it, either at the mall or at the movie
Oh,
theater.
wasted
Man.
so many quarters.
Man, I feel like because I'm just slightly younger than you guys, I missed out on a lot of quality arcade time
Probably.
because I wasn't like allowed to go out when they were like in their heyday.
Yeah, you weren't even in high school when that movie theater was at its peak with all the arcade.
No, I did. I spent some time there and I definitely played some of those games, but mostly in my youth, besides that theater, the only arcade experience I really had was the fucking tent at the festival.
Even the arcade in the Lehigh Valley Mall.
Yeah,
I mean, I dropped in, sure, but I never had money to like
we used
do
to
anything.
Just get dropped off there as kids.
Yeah, and play. It was awesome.
Just hang out at the mall all day, playing video games and watch a movie.
I assume my mother went shopping. But
Oh, this was with my boys from grade school. So
I definitely remember beating House of the Dead in the Lehigh Valley Mall.
this isn't House of the Dead time.
Well, it's also not a beat 'em up, so I feel like I'm not saying picks. If one of you guys picks House of the Dead, I'm gonna have to reject it. But
Yeah, it'll be
but you're right. You're right. So X-Men Arcade, excellent pick, and then I believe I'm up for the next one here.
yep.
There's so many good options. I have to go with one that I don't think I can get late. I think it's on both your radars. I'm going with another arcade game. I'm going with the Simpsons arcade game.
no.
Didn't even have it on my list.
Damn, really?
I barely remember it, but yeah. What happened in that? That wasn't the aliens, right?
No, that was the Nintendo game.
There was also a Bart versus the Space Mutants for Genesis, but yeah, I don't know where aliens came into the Simpsons games or why they had multiple ones, but the Simpsons arcade game, 4-person brawler, you could pick between Bart, Lisa, Homer, Maggie. You could pick any of them. You could have multiple characters on the screen, and you could do like team up moves. Like you could if you had two characters, like one was playing as Homer, one was Bart. There'd be a move where like Bart jumps on Homer's back, and you start like flailing your limbs like crazy.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, like Lisa and Marge had a team up event, and I remember Bart and Lisa just like grabbing each other's arms and like swinging around. But
Nice.
they did re-release it for PlayStation, I believe.
Does it still look like it did?
Oh yeah, yeah, it absolutely does. There's also, I'm sure you guys have seen them around. Those arcade cabinets you can buy now that are like $300, $400.
The
Yeah.
like 3/4 size ones.
Arcade one up, yeah, like those things. There's one that is a 4-person Simpsons arcade game, and you bet your bottom dollar I thought about it so many times.
4 people though, you can't.
How are you going to have 4 people at your house?
That's the thing. That was one of the deciding factors. Like, who the fuck else would be playing it? Also, the second thing was, how much would I really play it? Like, I'm sure I'd play the shit out of it the day I got it, and then it would just sit there.
Yeah.
So I couldn't justify it was like $400 or something like that. But great game. Came out in 1991 in the arcades, and then it did come out for Xbox Live and PlayStation in 2012.
Well, interesting.
Man, I'm gonna have to look these up. But really wasn't on either of your lists. You guys never played Simpsons arcade game.
No. Played the NES game and the taxi one. What was that one?
Hit and run.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, Hit and Run was awesome.
Yeah, Hit and Run was great.
I'll have to do open world games one day.
Yeah.
That'll get out of control. All right. Dr. Syintist, it is your turn. You're up.
Number 6 pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for another. This is less hack and slashy, but it's still kind of hack and slash. Dynasty Warriors.
Okay,
Never
that's a
played.
heavy hitter.
I'll go 4. Dynasty Warriors 4. It's
How
just
many are there?
you just play as they're from the Romancing the Three Kingdoms storyline. All them, they have those characters, and you just kill thousands of people as you go across this like open world, having to do things like beat other generals and
Really?
yeah.
Super fun game.
I played the shit out of it. I easily put 300, 400 hours into it, trying to get slightly better equipment. So like there's ways each, I think there's like maybe 35 characters or something. I could be overestimating, but each of them has a special weapon. You have to do something special on hard and then do it. Like beat the level in 1 minute and 57 seconds. And
To unlock stuff.
yeah, I remember Lou Boo's one. You had to kill like 1,000 people in this one stage in 5 minutes or something like that.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, I've never played any of them. I'm familiar with the franchise. It's existing. It's been around for,
Yeah, there must be a Dynasty
20
Warriors 8 or
years,
9
right?
by now.
it looks like, yeah, the latest was Dynasty Warriors 9 that came out in 2018.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
I played the shit out of 4 though. But of course you can't, it's one of those games that you can't play a sequel to it because you have to start all over. And it takes so long to get so much deep into the first game.
Yeah. So you're like, I don't want to start being
Yeah,
shitty
yeah.
again. Yeah. Interesting.
There you go. Dynasty Warriors 4 is your pick. You're up again with the 7th overall.
Oh my goodness.
Do I want to take one away from you guys and make you go,
Please don't.
who's after me? Poppascotch. Screw him.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to go with TMNT Arcade.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
you got to pick it. Like, you got to pick it.
Yeah. I can't believe it went this long.
Me neither.
But of course we all remember it. It came out on every system, I think, now. They could play it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely my next pick. I still remember the code to this day. I remember playing it for NES. Oh my God.
Played it in the arcade.
Yeah, I must have played that
arcade.
in the arcade too.
Yeah, easily we did. I know I beat that though.
The NES was like a stripped down version of it. Like, it wasn't all the bells and whistles, but it was still fun as hell.
Yeah.
I remember blasting 4 people, or no. Yeah, no, we had the multi-tap. I think you could play 4. It might have only been 2.
It might have been Super NES.
Anyway, so for the NES version, I remember playing 2 people, and I remember so much happening on the screen, it started like running out of memory and glitching out.
Yeah.
Because so much was going on. Like, they really pushed the limits of it. But
Dude, just jump kick. It's the way to beat everything in that game.
jump kick or the B&A together that does like the one-hit power move.
Oh yeah, isn't Donatello's the one where he spins?
They all he does a spin. They all kind of do like a jump and slash type motion, but Donatello had so much range.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donatello was by the butt.
He's still the coolest turtle. Always was, always will be.
Such a nerd.
Exactly.
You're Donatello. What are you, Chump Slap?
I'm a Leonardo.
Okay.
You're a Michelangelo, aren't you, Poppascotch?
No, I always was Leonardo or Donatello, but I think Donatello was the one I normally went with. I think I told this story. It was because I was really into the Turtles. I was a little kid, My dad went and bought like a fucking inch dowel rod from like the store and put like tape around the middle. He's like, here, go nuts. You're Donatello. Have fun. He got so much use out of that fucking 99-cent dowel
Best
rod.
Christmas gift ever.
Yeah. Well, you know the thing where you buy like 95 awesome gifts and then a dowel rod and the kid falls in love with the dowel rod. Oh, what a great game. You fought Bebop, Rocksteady were bosses.
Baxter Stockman.
Right.
Baxter Stockman. I
fly guy?
forgot
Yeah.
about Baxter. Yeah. I had his figure. I probably still have it somewhere.
Yeah, I used to have all the
We used to have
figures.
all of them. Krang, you fight in it at least once.
Oh, yeah.
Shredder at the end.
There was some kind of like,
Slash? Do you fight Slash?
maybe you go into like some kind of winter version of New York and you fight like a winter monster type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could fall down the manhole covers, but you could see that they were like bumped up.
Oh, my God. I can't remember.
What were those little white fucks that were like the robots?
Yeah, they had
Oh,
like
the little muncher guys. The
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mousers? No. Mousers?
Mouser sounds right.
mousers. Yeah. Where'd you pull that?
I don't know. I still think I'm kind of wrong, but
It sounds right. They're like little jumpy things,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, they could bite you.
yeah. They're like, drop, drop, drop. Yeah, Baxter made them.
I'm looking it up, but if you pulled that, that's
It
very
appears I am
impressive.
right. Mousers, TMNTpedia. Of course there's a Wikipedia about it.
Why wouldn't there be?
That's crazy.
A robot developed by Baxter Stockman.
All right. Well, you just knew that because he's a scientist.
They all just know each other, scientists. So
They
that
have
makes
to be
Well,
sense.
we have to read each other at work. Apparently there are some toys out there that I'm looking at
Well, yeah.
that are kind of cool.
This is gonna lead into so many PlayStation Network purchases. This fucking draft. This was a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm going to just forget about it when we stop.
That's what I'm
recording.
going to purposely not go on it.
That's probably for the best.
Maybe
Yeah.
play Dragon's Crown, but that's it.
There you go.
A 1/6 scale Mouser collectible figure. How much is it?
$400.
Probably something ridiculous. $55. Expected to ship in the fourth quarter 2016.
I don't.
Legit website.
Yeah.
I mean, I want one, but it seems sketchy.
I'm going to check Amazon for a Mouser. Maybe there's like a giant Lego of a Mouser.
If there isn't, there should be. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, there definitely should be.
I just bought the Lego of the final scene from No Way Home that's on top of the Statue of Liberty. I have to put it together yet.
Jeez.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't buy Legos. I'm afraid that I'll get too into it and be like a Lego guy.
Yeah, I only ever bought the Ecto 1 and Back to the Future.
I have a bunch
DeLorean.
of the Marvel ones. That's the only ones I got. Nothing else is really cool enough for me to think I should get, except every time I go and I see at Target, they have the Eevee ones, the Pokemon. I
Not
think
Lego,
about
though.
it. Nah, they're close enough. I remember having all these toys now. I'm looking at them.
I know.
Only buy plastic made in Sweden.
I remembered this Splinter toy.
Oh, yeah, the original versions with the squishy heads.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah, man. All the little like accoutrements I lost immediately. Like the belt and the
the
bows and
shurikens
shit.
were always gone first.
Oh, absolutely. I forgot they even came with them. That's how fast they were gone in my
It's like, how do I get this told? Where'd it go?
Yeah, it's just gone.
Yeah,
All right. Well, there you go.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Fantastic pick.
There's not even like a Mouse or Funko Pop.
All right.
So, eighth pick. I feel like this game is a round one. I'm very surprised it got this far.
Oh, shit. He's picking my next pick.
It's Double Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, snap. Not my next pick.
You got 2 picks coming up.
I know. I got him, dude.
Did you ever beat Double Dragon?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I ever beat it. I know I've gotten close and gotten far into the game, but I don't know if I've ever beaten it all the way.
I don't know if I ever beat it legitimately. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah. Game Genie did it, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Game Genie the fuck out of a lot of games, especially the Nintendo era, which was so goddamn hard.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you'd rent it from the video store and you'd have it all weekend. You'd be like, Sunday morning, you're like, okay, it's time to Game Genie this. This isn't happening. Like, legitimate. Yeah, but Double Dragon, wasn't that the story? We talked about that. We talked about this when we talked about the movie, where the story of the
I didn't
video
talk about
game
it, but-
is at the end of it, you fight to the death with your bro,
Oh,
and
right.
the winner gets the girl.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to fight the other guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
What were their
yes.
names? Billy and...
Billy and Jimmy, I think.
So,
Yeah, that sounds right.
BJ. Yeah, but then you have to turn on each other. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I didn't remember that, especially considering there were so many other Double Dragon games. I wouldn't have thought you'd kill one of them.
Is that the way the normal NES game ends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. You sure it's not
No
a
one
shadow
does.
version of yourself you're fighting or something?
Nope. It's
Nope.
definitely that.
I
Because
definitely didn't beat
you
it.
fight for the girl.
And Dr. Scientist, if you haven't seen the movie,
Yeah, you're missing
do yourself
out.
a favor. It is fucking wild. You're gonna have so many questions.
Is there a fight on a helicopter where they knock a guy out and have him sucked out of the?
A dude that looks like a fucking fridge with legs.
Yeah.
Those dudes, I just didn't understand that they were weird looking dudes.
Yeah, I remember that. Just like, what the hell's this big head guy?
And they just like they did like a chop, but just hit your face with their fist coming down like
Yeah.
that, and then just threw that. But dude, the helicopter level. God damn, do I remember those? The door just opens randomly,
Yeah,
and if you're
random.
too close, sends them out.
it was when I was young.
Yeah, that came out all the way back in '87.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. We're old,
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure the fuck are.
but yeah, surprised you guys didn't have that one. Double Dragon.
I only had 3
Jimmy
picks
and
so
Billy.
far, man.
Well, who's up? Chump Slap's up. Chump Slap, you got 2 in a row here. What are you gonna pick for your next pick?
Oh, I'm going to go with one we all love, hold dear. Good old Sega classic, Comic Zone.
Nice.
I believe we have a Plotty Time episode of Comic Zone.
Oh, we've talked about it when we did the Segas.
Okay. I knew it was on one of the. I believe it was highly touted by all of us.
Yeah, very good
I
game.
believe
man.
the quote was that game fucking ruled. I believe that's where we landed on it.
Yeah, just the way it was put together. You had to fight through a comic book. You were the guy who wrote the comic book, and then somebody else was writing, and just the humor and the talking to the antagonist and stuff. It was done so fucking well.
It looked great.
Yeah.
It was like a side scroller, sure, but just adding that little tiny bit of effect of like going through a panel was so fucking cool.
Yeah, I can't believe they never did that again.
Yeah. Or since. Like, yeah, exactly. That was awesome.
It was so
Like
good.
you'd like swing around and fly into another panel below you, and that's how you progress through the level.
Yeah, there were secrets. If you sometimes you could break a wall in a panel and just go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. That was cool.
Man, that game fucking ruled.
I know. Somebody get on that. Make a new Comic Zone. I mean,
Yeah, just make it. Who's going to stop you?
I love beat 'em ups, and it's just such a big area to do it.
Wasn't it big when it came out? Like I remember it being a thing, but I think it came out like later in the Sega life cycle.
I remember it being huge. Well, I remember having it. I bought the
I think there were commercials.
soundtrack on vinyl. Fucking kicks ass.
Does it?
Yeah, it's really good, dude.
Awesome. I'm writing it down.
Yeah, fucking Comic Zone, man.
Are you just going to get all of them so far? Not all of them, but.
Maybe. There's going to be a couple PSN purchases after this, for sure.
Yeah, even if they just redid it for PSN, that'd be cool shit. Come on, Sega, get on that. Do something.
Yeah, the last release of this game, they released it for Sega in 95, PC in 96, and then Game Boy Advanced in 2002, and no one's touched it since. That's a crime.
Wow. Game Boy Advance.
I don't even know if I still have my Game Boy Advance. Probably not. If I do, it still does. It does. There's no way it can work.
Yeah, right.
I forget which one it is. Which one's the Game Boy Advance? Wasn't that the one that was in color?
There's the sideways one, right?
Yeah.
It's like
It kind of looks like a Switch almost,
right.
but it's a lot smaller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember now.
It was right before. It was between Game Boy Color and the DS, I believe.
Whoa, here's a piece of news we all missed here, but I don't know how relevant it is, but it says that there's a film adaptation in the works as of August 2022.
As of a year ago.
As of a year ago. Sega announced that they partnered with Picture Start to develop a film adaptation of the game.
To develop, it's not. It doesn't sound like it's anywhere yet.
No, it's not anywhere yet. Doesn't sound like it. You're right.
It's
Who
not.
wants to
It's not
watch the
even
film?
on. It's not even on IMDb as in the works thing.
Yeah, I don't think that would be cool to watch, but it'd be cool as shit to play
Yeah.
again. So
I mean, either way, I'd watch it just so, even if it was terrible, I'd be like, we want more of this. Maybe not this guy, but we want more of this.
yeah.
But yeah, it's very, very surprising that's not a game, because I do vaguely remember commercials for this.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember playing it.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in the back of like
My
video
mom.
game magazines
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking get on that, man.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a 11-year-old Sega Genesis crazy Comic Zone commercial. Man, video game marketing was fucking weird.
Oh, dude, tell me about
It
it.
doesn't even exist really that much anymore, except for CGI scenes.
Like,
Yeah.
do they even market to kids anymore with commercials?
No, you got to market to the parents.
Yeah, it's weird.
This is a wild commercial.
All right, let's go for pick number 10.
Yeah, I'm not. This isn't a great. This is an audio medium. So, Chump Slap, you have another pick. What do you got for us?
Coming in at number 10. Another classic Sega Genesis. We probably talked about it during the same episode, but I don't know. I didn't play that many beat 'em ups when I was younger.
Spit it out.
Altered Beast.
It's a classic.
Yeah. That's probably the oldest one we've done so far.
It's got, dude, talk about a fucking sick soundtrack.
They just released a new one for it, I believe, a couple of years ago. Oh, probably 10 years ago by now.
A new what?
Altered Beast, like a
new Altered Beast?
Updated.
Really?
I believe I played it on PlayStation.
Altered Beast update. I don't know. It was just classic beat 'em up, man. Just side scrolling.
It may have just been on like a Sega Genesis.
Hard as shit. I don't know if it was hard as shit or I just sucked as a kid.
Like
No, it was hard as shit. It was not responsive. I remember it not being responsive. So just to get to the point where your character was like fully transformed, you got enough of the orbs in the first level, but you'd always get hit. Like you were never able to do that.
Yeah, you had to know the level inside and out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
No, it was like a Sega Classics thing I got, maybe for PS3, and it was one of the games on it.
There was also a 2005 version of the game.
Really?
Yeah, released for PlayStation 3. PlayStation 2. I forgot about it. I forgot it exists. Now I'm seeing the cover and I'm like, I kind of remember it.
I believe I had it. I might have sold it by now.
Yeah, that was fucking so classic, man. Originally 88, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, Double Dragon is older, but Altered Beast seems older.
I guess it was originally an arcade game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I played it in the arcade
originally.
So did I.
I remember seeing it in the arcade, but being like, wait, is that the Sega game?
Yeah.
Because it was a launch game, I think, for Sega. Like everybody had this game just by default.
I think it either came with that or Sonic.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like the not the Sega Master System, the Genesis that was like the wide one with the toggle on off switch.
Yeah.
Not the second release. Like what that version, it definitely came with Altered Beast. I think the Sonic 2 version. I mean, there probably was multiple ones.
Yeah, who knows?
But there was a Sonic 2 version was the smaller Genesis.
Makes sense. But fucking Altered Beast, man.
Mm-hmm. Altered Beast. Great pick. It's one of the classics.
I didn't have it on my list.
Yep. So
I did towards the bottom, though. But now, since it's my pick, man, there's so many good ones still on the board. I got to go with my heart, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I thought that's what it's all about.
I mean, I got to go with a game. I still think it belongs along the top ranks of beat 'em ups. Another classic from the Genesis era and also the arcades. I got to pick Streets of Rage 2.
Streets of Rage.
I was never a fan of Streets of Rage.
I don't remember ever playing it.
Fucking loved them. And I don't have a good reason why.
You had fun?
Yeah, because you had fun fucking playing it, man.
Yeah. I think I did talk about these two in the Sega Genesis episode.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Maybe.
We're just going rehashing games here now. But
of all the things we could have drafted, we're drafting games we've already talked about. Sick. But you could play with Axel, Blaze, Max.
What is this, American Gladiators?
Skate. Do you guys remember the Skate, the kid that fucking had a skateboard you beat the shit out of people with?
I thought who's the guy on rollerblades?
Oh, was he?
I think that's 3.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we're not talking about 3. Get your head out of your ass.
I'm lost on Streets of Rage then.
Yeah.
No, I was completely wrong. Adam Hunter does have rollerblades on.
Oh, get your head out of your ass. Is that what I heard?
I should get my head's way out my ass. Side scroller beat 'em up from 1992.
Yeah, man. I do remember playing this now, looking at it.
I own a cartridge. God bless the internet. God bless these people that know how to program and do stuff. But I have a Sega Genesis cartridge that's Streets of Rage, but someone programmed in the animations and the characters from the Simpsons arcade game into it.
What?
So you can play as Homer, Lisa.
So I just took the sprites from there and
Exactly. Yeah, and just imported them. I'll have to fire that game up. Jesus Christ.
Does it work well? Did they change the hitboxes too?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know if I've ever even fired it up.
Nah, it's probably just a collector for you now.
I also bought one that's like a whole alternate quest to Ocarina of Time.
Did you ever play the first Ocarina of Time?
No, I have not.
That's not the point. He bought something cool.
Exactly. Thank you, Chump Slap. And then with that, Chump Slap, we're going to go to you for pick number 12.
No, we're not.
Damn it, I'm going the wrong way.
Syintist.
Syintist.
He was supposed to be the expert on snake drafts.
I know. I'm reading things wrong. I'm tired. Fuck you. Number 12. This is going to be your fourth pick and then your final pick.
Yep. My fourth pick, I am going to go with probably a newer one. Maybe one of the newest ones you do, Castle Crashers.
I've never played this one.
It's fun. It's really fun. You're a little dude, you're little knights, and you go around just killing people, running around, chopping things heads off. You play with up to 3 friends, I think. And
Hack and slash.
yeah, it's sort of, but it's kind of beat them up too.
Oh, yeah, this one. Okay. I've never played it myself, but I'm
fun.
familiar with the
It's really
series.
fun.
From 2008.
It's got RPG elements too, where you can upgrade your health and attack. It's 2008. Man, it's 15 years ago already.
That's it.
Yeah. Last release came out for Switch and PS4 in 2019. So you could still buy it now and play it, which I think is pretty cool.
An updated version. It's fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I believe I beat it. I don't know if I ever platinumed it. I will have to check that at some point.
You know, I don't think beat any of these games we're talking about.
Wow. Okay. None of them? Man, on the list, the beat 'em up heyday of the 90s was a difficult time to beat video games.
Yeah.
They were fucking tough. But I think part of that, like the difficulty of the beat 'em ups, of the side scrollers, like TMNT2, I thought that was pretty easy. But I think it all stemmed from the arcade and making them difficult so you'd keep throwing quarters into them, right? Like that's the whole reason they were so hard.
Yeah, and then they just made them so it was you're not paying $60 for a Nintendo game and you beat it in 2 seconds. You know.
Yeah, although those games certainly exist.
Yeah, true. Nobody was getting trophies, so no one was buying them.
Yeah. Oh, trophies definitely made them.
You go to Toys R Us and they just have the wall of like fucking placards with the game name on it, and you'd have to take that up to the front.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I
Remember those days?
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, I have 9 out of 13 trophies for Castle Crashers. Oh, yeah, the ones I don't have are like multiplayer ones and online, like win 40 ranked matches.
Ranked.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Complete insane mode. I didn't do that. And the other one is in a 4-player game, resuscitate each of your fallen comrades. There's no way I ever played with more than one person. And I'm counting myself.
Of course. Of course.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a great game. It was fun. I should go back and play that. That was fun.
Well, there you go. That was Castle Crashers. Now time for your fifth and your final pick.
Uh-oh.
My fifth and final pick. What do I want to go with? I think I'm going to go with a game I know I didn't beat, but I only played for a couple of times. But it was Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage for the Genesis? Super Nintendo. But it's a classic, like, Double Dragon style. But it's Spider-Man and Venom. And you're stopping Carnage from the storyline of Maximum Carnage, which was a good comic series at the time.
Nice.
I remember this cover. I don't know if I played it.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't own it, and I definitely rented it from video game places. But I remember it being fun because it's Spider-Man.
Even was that the first Spider-Man game?
I don't know.
No, probably not.
I guess all the Spider-Man games are beat 'em ups, sort of.
Yeah. Well, open world, I guess.
Well, it still could be an open world beat 'em up.
True. Yeah. I guess you are. It's just hand-to-hand combat mostly.
Came out in September 1994 for SNES and Genesis.
Okay, so it was both of them. Maybe I rented it for each system. I don't know.
Man, I definitely remember this game. The cover was wild. I think at the time I was like, no way is my mom going to buy me this game. No way. Something called Maximum Carnage looking like that on the front.
Yeah,
No.
you're probably, 10? No,
Yeah.
11?
It was 11 at that point.
I still have all the Maximum Carnage comic books.
I think I have them all, too.
Awesome.
Yeah, really.
Carnage isn't a great bad guy because he's just a fucking insane criminal.
Yeah.
Dude, he becomes the god of symbiotes later and stuff. And
Really? Yeah. Oh, this had the fucking red cartridge. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The super expensive to make red cartridge because they just didn't do it for anything else.
Yeah, right. They had gold link cartridges, but no red. Forgot about it.
Yeah, that's out of our budget.
Let's see. Let's go to pick 14 and 15. I want to see what brings up the bottom of the draft.
Uh-oh.
So I'm up for pick 14 here. This is tough. There's so many good games still out there.
Not on my list.
Okay, I'm gonna go with nostalgia here. This is another game that was in the arcade in Lehighton right next to the movie theater.
Oh.
Maybe you guys remember it, maybe you don't, but I have to go with a arcade classic, Die Hard Arcade.
Never played it. That was a beat 'em up.
Yes, it certainly was. There were also like cutscenes, which would show John McClane like running through. The game was like a 3D type game. It looked a lot like Virtua Fighter graphics, like kind of in that wheelhouse.
Okay. Oh.
But it was definitely a beat 'em up. I remember it being very difficult. They released it for Sega Saturn, and it's one of the most expensive games to buy complete in box because there were so few copies made. Well, partially that, partially because Sega Saturn games, I don't know if you remember those big boxes they had.
No, kind of.
But they were like bigger style boxes, and they were made out of like super cheap, shitty plastic.
Yeah.
So none of them survived the years.
Oh, yeah.
But even getting a copy of Die Hard Arcade on Saturn, just the disc is hundreds of dollars. It's hard to find.
That is wild.
Never even knew it existed.
Yeah. Cheaper to just buy the arcade.
It probably is cheaper to just find a cabinet. No one wants cabinets anymore. They're like 400 pounds, you know, and they take up too much electricity, I guess. But if you're out there and you got a Die Hard arcade cabinet, let me know.
Yeah, you looking to get rid of one? You looking to offload a pinbot machine?
While you're at it.
I'm always on the lookout for those. Those are like $2-3 grand now.
Die Hard Arcade in the International Arcade Museum.
Yeah, it has a very small cult following. I remember it being like kind of goofy. It had like QuickTime events. It was one of the earlier QuickTime event games.
Dude, on eBay, excellent condition arcade, $3,500.
Yeah.
The arcade cab or it's got
Arcade cab.
Yeah.
Free pickup from Fraser, Michigan, though.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking.
Uh-oh. I just saw one on Facebook Marketplace, $925.
Is it in excellent condition?
I don't know. It looks like it's working.
Yeah, pre-owned. There's one on eBay that's Die Hard in solid missile commander cabinet.
What? They switched it?
Man, those people who like do the preservation for arcade games are, God bless them. They're out there like finding boards and looking at serial numbers and doing all this shit.
I feel like it's a futile effort, though.
I mean, eventually, right? Time's just going to come for all of them.
But I mean, you could preserve them forever on the internet as...
Oh, that's not the same.
Isn't it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure an emulated version exists. It says here, too, it was released for PlayStation 2, and it's on the PlayStation Network. I'll have to do some research, see if I can drag this one up. But anyway,
Interesting.
Sir Chump Slap, you have the final pick of the draft. What is the last beat 'em up?
Well, because I didn't play that many, and this one I did play, gonna go with another Sega Genesis classic.
Okay.
Batman.
Oh, that was so good. Batman games are all good for the beat 'em ups.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is like the first one. It's pretty...
Dude, it was hard as fuck.
It was. I just watched a quick playthrough the other day. It was 20 minutes. I was like, how?
Yeah, speedruns of it.
Yeah. I remember beating it, actually, because I do remember you fucking knocked the Joker off the tower at the end.
Yeah.
And it's just him laying on the ground while the credits scroll.
Does it laugh?
No. That's just like...
The movie.
Yeah. Some reason I thought it was laughing, too, but the video didn't have it laughing.
Maybe it's just the movie I'm thinking of.
But yeah, it was pretty simple. Nothing to it. You just got batarangs and punching kicks.
It's a side scroller. It reminds me... Okay, sorry. The only Batman game I remember playing this early was the NES one that was kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first game, like when you jumped in the sewers and you had the side-scrolling pieces.
Batman Returns, maybe.
Was that the NES one?
I don't know. Unless it was the original. Because, I know they had Batman Returns for the NES.
And the movie came out in 89. So it would make sense there was still a...
Well, no, there was a NES game, but according to the wiki, the Sega Genesis version was more faithful to the film's plot than the NES game.
But it looks sick. Look at these colors. Well, you can't look at them, but
all the Batman
Google
games are good beat 'em ups though. So
yeah, I mean, it's one of the few I played when I was a kid. And this one is the only one I remember beating out of all of them. So
I don't know if I ever beat that one.
I don't know if I ever played this one. But I don't know how I missed it. I was huge in the Batman and the Sega Genesis.
yeah, I don't know. You could have borrowed it. We had it.
I'm sure. Or just stopped over.
Yeah.
Some 10-year-old you don't know. Get the fuck out of here, kid. That's sick. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do a recap. How about it, guys?
Let's do it.
Well, I think we should throw in quick. I have like so many games we didn't talk about.
Oh, I'll give a...
Oh, yes. That's a great point. What's still on the board? What do you got?
What do I still have on the list? First, I have Bayonetta. That was a great game. I never played the sequel, though, so I decided I shouldn't pick it.
Okay.
Okay.
A game I didn't particularly like, but I was going to use it in emergency was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
All right.
I had that down the list.
Devil May Cry.
Damn.
It's a good one.
Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, it's a hack and slash.
And Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that one as a beat 'em up.
I also had Prince of Persia for an absolute emergency pick. But
Yeah, I had Scott Pilgrim. I had Splatterhouse out here.
Yeah, I had Splatterhouse.
I also had some weird, like, I know I never played Final Fight. That was kind of like the unofficial first Streets of Rage, but I had that listed here. But I didn't want to pick it.
yes, you picked Streets of Rage. Yeah.
And then I had TMNT you took. I had the Warriors on here. I had Renegade, Bad Dudes. I don't know if you guys remember Bad Dudes.
Isn't that the movie with Martin Lawrence and?
That's Bad Boys.
Oh,
Nice. It should have been called Bad Dudes, but no, they're thinking of Bad Dudes. That was the one that used to have it. Did we talk about this, or did I talk about this with somebody else? But Palmerton Pizza or Tony's, one of them had the arcade cabinet for Bad Dudes. Like the top was gray.
yeah. I don't remember which place had it.
If you Googled it, you'd probably remember it. But that was an NES game I loved, and nobody else did. Just me. And I also had Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, but I barely played that. So
Yeah. I had Shaq Fu just because.
Oh, we talked about it.
Yeah.
just to shit all over the draft.
And Jane Silent Bob Mall Brawl.
I never played that.
Yeah. Me neither, but I do own it. And I watched a video of it just in case I had to pick it. Thank God
Nice.
I didn't.
It was very interesting where all our lists were, because it seems like we had a couple core ones each.
Yeah.
And after that, we kind of branched.
Yeah, mine were mostly Sega Genesis.
I mean, that's the heyday of beat 'em up, Scott. Like,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Plus the only ones I played. Can't really talk about shit you never played, you know?
I didn't take a beat 'em up that was released after like 1992. So, no, I guess Die Hard Arcade was 96. Sorry. But
Yeah.
Oh,
Loser.
wow.
yeah, we're 100% accurate podcast. So I got to correct myself when I slip up like that.
Yeah. Good job. No correction crevice next week.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Do you guys remember Renegade? Do you remember that one at all for NES?
No.
It was very much in the style of Double Dragon. It was like a Double Dragon knockoff.
Good stuff.
All right. Go through the list and go through the picks.
Yeah. Run them down.
Okay, so Dr. Syintist, you picked first. You picked God of War 3, Dynasty Warriors 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade, Castle Crashers, and Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage.
I'm pretty confident my team can beat either one of your
Good
teams.
team. No way, man. I got you. Fucking.
As a stacked team, I picked second. I got Battletoads, Simpsons Arcade Game, Double Dragon, Streets of Rage 2, and Die Hard Arcade.
I'll easily take Poppascotch's team.
Whatever. And then Chump Slap, you picked third. You got Dragon's Crown, X-Men Arcade, Comics Zone, Altered Beast, and Batman.
Yeah, I can easily take that series of Sega Genesis guys.
No way. You ain't getting
No way.
near fucking Dragon's Crown.
All I
dude.
got to do is send the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I can take those.
You ain't going near Dragon's Crown, bro.
I don't know how many people would have picked the exact list I picked, but I bet you it hit with like 5 or 6 of us out here.
Yeah,
like there's
right.
5 or 6 people that are like, fuck, that's exactly correct. That's what I would have done. But not many. This is a niche list.
Let us know.
Yeah. Go on the socials there. Where would they even find those socials, Dr. Syintist?
At Plottytime on Instagram and Threads. Stop by the Reddit and tell us some beat 'em ups that you like.
Yeah, it's anything we fucking glaring omissions.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Absolutely. And if they want to send us an email with a whole bunch of lists and their doctoral thesis on why Final Fight should be the only beat 'em up, where would they send that email to? Sir Chump Slap.
You can send that to plottytime@gmail.com and I'll read and I'll be like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, we tried something different here. Go on those socials. Let us know what you thought. We'll post the lists up there. And let us know who you think won, because that's the most important part of this.
Yes, exactly.
I'm pretty sure Kratos could take every one of those guys together.
Well, I mean, also, what do you mean by one here? You know, are we talking about just sales? Are we talking about cultural relevance? There's so many ways to interpret this.
I think I win in every way.
I won in my heart, so you didn't win there.
Yeah, you didn't get his heart, did you, Dr. Scientist?
I think he's lying.
You
Then
think
why
he's
would it be my
lying?
picks?
All right, well, that about does it for us. So, as always, shout out to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Ham Man, Luis Guzman. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. And I don't know, we'll talk to you next time. Oh, don't trust Dr. Scientist. And we'll talk to you next time.
Peace.
Peace.